What's up, YouTube? Make sure you subscribe to my videos. Make sure you hit that like button and that notification bell so you can keep getting these videos when they drop. And make sure you share my videos. Now look, check it out. What's wrong with these children, family? Every day you hear in the news, it's about our youth doing something vicious to one another. And today is no different. Now, this 14-year-old girl allegedly stabbed a 19-year-old girl to death this past Sunday on Labor Day weekend and injured an 18-year-old little dude. The police were called out around 7 p.m. This all took place in Atlanta. And they say that the 18-year-old was stabbed in his arm and the 19-year-old was stabbed in her neck. To LelaStevenson, this is the girl that lost her life. Apparently, she died at the hospital. She had just given birth to a baby girl less than a month prior to this stabbing. Now, this is where it becomes heartbreaking because this baby girl will have to grow up without her mother, and she would never had a chance to see her baby girl grow up like we all have. She'll never get to hold her. She'll never get to see her take her first steps and graduate from preschool and kindergarten and grade school, middle school and high school and so forth. It's real sad. These kids keep killing each other over senseless violence every day, and it's foolish. It's like it's become the norm across every city in America now, and that's not cool. The police is alleging the stabbing started over a fight between several girls outside of the residence in the driveway. The victim's mother watched as the fight took place in the driveway in front of her home where her daughter was violently stabbed. The mother said that her 14-year-old daughter had came home to tell her sisters that she was being bullied. So according to the mom's story, she said that her daughters went outside to just tell the other girls to leave their sister alone, and it was just going to be that, and that's when the other 14-year-old girl just lost her mind or whatever and ran around and attacked her daughter. That's sad. The mother also stated that she told the other girls, y'all need to move, but they didn't listen and just lashed out. Now, what if the mother was one of those mamas who like stabbing and getting involved in kids' affairs? This could have turned uglier than what it did. By right, she could have shot them, beat the shit out of them, did whatever because they was on her property, and they came to do harm and used a weapon where someone eventually died from the altercation, and the person that died was her daughter. Look, check it out. It's been times where people have went to other people's house and they lost their lives. You can't go to somebody's house and think that you're gonna just do something to them and everything is gonna be all right. It didn't turn out that way in this situation, and it's a good thing because they'll be trying to lock the mom up. But I do know a lot of people that would have been like, shit, they don't care about prison or jail, and they seen their daughter get stabbed, they would have just lost their mind and did something to that little child. So people need to teach their children, don't be going to people's house going for bad and starting shit because that shit ain't cool. You can't do that. That was totally wrong. And not only did they come to do harm, but I guess this been going on for 2 weeks. So this was already in the makings. This was already in the makings. And it's all because her child was being bullied, like I said, by another group of females. According to the police, these two families have been getting into it with each other. Like I said, 2 weeks, that's a long time, especially for young children. That's a long time. See, I've seen different scenarios before, and usually it's all over, it's all over jealousy or a little boy that started at school. Both of them like the little boy. Only one can have him. He only like one. or one of the females think the other one is prettier, and it starts out as minor BS such as name calling and nitpicking, which eventually escalates to fist fights and sometimes violence. And now this ended up in violence, and that's sad, you know. The 14-year-olds that did the stabbing, her parents wasn't mentioned at all. So I really don't know if they were aware of their child bullying the other child for 2 weeks or not. My guess would be that the mother of the deceased would have informed them, you know, whoever the child's parents are. Hopefully she probably did. Anyway, you know, it's really sad because you have two people who lost their life, and now both families will be in mourning, you know. One is being tried for felony murder and will face charges as an adult for her crime. And now you had a 19-year-old female who is now deceased, you know. I do believe these girls were friends at once upon a time before all of this madness ensued, you know. I need to find that out, though. It's exactly what made the girl bully the other one. I'm gonna find that out. And we have to come up with solutions to curb this type of violence among our children. You know, 14-year-old girls shouldn't be out killing people. That's not normal. That's not normal behavior at all. You know, I don't know what made her that mad and made her turn that violent. You know, something is definitely wrong with this picture. You know, the 19-year-old had graduated from high school a year ago and gave birth to a baby girl less than a month ago, you know? And who's going to take care of this child? Grandma? Of course grandma will, because that's who's raising the majority of our children 70% of the time now, due to most of us being incarcerated or being killed in the streets, you know? This isn't cool at all. It's sad that this mother had to watch hopelessly as her child lay bleeding in the driveway. That's sad. That's very sad, you know. And the mother, she told the news that this was cruel and wrong and it wasn't worth it. She also had a message for her daughter's killer. She stated, "You took to LelaStevenson's life. You took my child from me for no reason. We don't even know your name." And again, people, I don't know if these girls knew each other or not, though this went on for 2 weeks, so I'm pretty sure somebody knew somebody's name. They went to school. I don't believe the 19 and 14-year-old went to school, but both of the two 14-year-olds did, you know, so somebody knows somebody's name. And, you know, hopefully everyone can learn from this major ordeal. I know that the mother will probably never get over losing her child because that's a hard thing to do. And I'm not even sure if she'll forgive a young girl for what she did. Though I hope while she's incarcerated, she can ask the Creator for forgiveness and apologize for her actions, you know. And rest in peace to the young girl who lost her life too, you know. But I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about this and situations similar to this. You know, let me know how y'all feel in the comments below, you know. Oh, yeah, and the family has set up a GoFundMe account, and donations will go towards funeral expenses and caring for Talila's baby. So, like I said, let me know how y'all feel in the comments below. I want to know y'all's thoughts on this. And don't forget, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And make sure you share my videos. Make sure you subscribe too. And don't forget, I got another channel too. I put a post up, so if you see that, make sure you go to that page and subscribe to that channel too as well. Peace out.